Alright guys, as you can see we're baling. This is that side hill, 5 acres that I grazed off earlier this spring, and now I cut it for hay. I was calling it first cutting, but one of my viewers, when I said something about cutting hay, said, no, that's going to be second crop because first crop was grazed off by the cows. This is actually the second time this field has been cut this year. So I've got 7 bales on the ground so far, 4x5 bales. This is going to be for the steers. So we're getting her done. There's a big ledge right here, washed out. I used to have, this was separate. The part I just came into here was in pasture. And the longer part of that field was a field. Right up here there was a driveway come around. All over the years, I washed there a little bit, so now there's a ridge. Now I'm planting corn up to that ridge. And then I'm hoping this fall to pull the mulcher along that and just level it out, because next year I plan to plant corn all the way down to the water run. And next year it's going to go down to the water run here, and that field I'm going to plant even with the woods and corn. But as you can see, I did plant that in corn the other day. So that is planted in corn because very, very little of that new seeding is coming. So anyways, we're baling this. I did run the tedder on it. Tedder worked good. I know a lot of guys said get a 4 basket or a 6 basket, and I know why. It would sure be nice to have one. Sure speed up the process. But I don't think I'm going to get a 4 basket tedder for $1,500 bucks. My phone might not be the right thing for recording here because it really looks like it's zoomed in, but it's not. So yeah, this is going to be dry hay for the steers. Every once in a while my stuffer feeder doesn't want to take hay in. So instead of forcing it, I just stop and let it catch up. And once it gets the core started, it's good to go. It only takes a second to stop and let it catch up. Sometimes you can just keep going and it will eventually take it, but I hate to take the risk of breaking that stuffer feeder again. The year that I bought it, I made 50 bales and it broke on me. And New Holland is $1,500 back then. I ended up finding a used one from Allstate's Ag for a lot less money, but it was the downtime that was a pain in the butt, and changing the part. So it's easier just to not push it. So yeah, this is has been grazed off once, and now we are baling it. And I'm going to get these bales off the field right away, and then we're going to plant corn. So I did some work to the corn planter, and hopefully I've got the issue fixed, so it won't be lifting the corn planter up off the ground anymore. I ended up lengthening my marker arms. If you guys remember a year ago when I was showing my corn planter, I had my marker arms really long, and instead of going to the center of the tractor, they come over to the front tire, so you'd actually run the tire on the marker. Well, I ended up welding them pieces back on so I could do that again. I'm really hoping that'll fix the issue, because before I cut those and shorten those markers and made seed them so they go to the center of the tractor again. I've never had a problem with that corn planter. But now after last year when I did that, I had an issue with closing the seed trenches and everything. And come to realize it's actually taking pressure off the corn planter, the seed units. So that's part of the problem. So I lengthened them again, and we'll find out tonight on this field if that fixes it. Then after I get this field planted in corn, the corn is all planted, and then I just have that field of beans left to plant. And then we will be done planting. Right there is that ridge that needs to be worked out. And I don't know on the new seeding there, this little pie-shaped piece down here, I need to plant something there. I think I'm going to get some oats and I'm just going to buy alfalfa and seed that. And in the other spots, the new seeding is coming really, really thin. So I'm just going to run through there with just pure alfalfa and try and get something else coming in there. So yeah, that's what's going on here. Racing the rain. I just checked the radar, and it's showing green, red, and yellow all around St. Paul, Minnesota. So that means it's coming this way. So I'd really like to get this baled and get the bales off the field before that does get here. Because worst comes to worst, I can plant this corn tomorrow. Actually might not be a bad idea to wait till it gets some rain. That would soften up the ground just a hair. But I don't know, I put a lot of fertilizer on this field. Well, I put 175 pounds the acre of potash, and I put 75 pounds, right? Because 75 pounds the acre of urea. But I think what happened was all that rain we got pushed the nitrogen in the ground too deep, and this grass couldn't utilize it because all the pastures I did the same thing and they just look pathetic. They're a dull green, they're not the dark green, you know, like it's got enough nitrogen. So I think that might have been a waste of money. But I don't know what to do. Guess maybe I should have just spent the money on red clover and no-tilled it in. Get a legume growing in there again. I love how fast the end gate goes up, but it goes back down so slow. We got a valve on there to keep it from coming down too fast. We hate to crush a round bale. But we're getting there. She's thin in spots and is really thick in others. But that's part of why I decided to put corn here. It's been in hay now for 5 years. So the first 2 years it was grazed. So yeah, anyhow, that's what's shaking today, boys and girls. So I'll try and get some videos of planting with the corn planter tonight. Again, I haven't made any this year. That's if I plant tonight. Otherwise, it'll be tomorrow. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. And we'll catch you on the next one.